Christmas Eve, 1945. Times were so tight we couldn't afford a tree. But that wasn't going to stop my daddy. So he packed us up and moved us to a snowy forest. Well, I lost 2 toes to frostbite that night, and a coyote ran off with my grandma. But it was worth it for that tree. Well, after all, I got more toes. And besides, Grandma kind of smelled funky. Happy holidays!
And welcome to In-Game Chat for Saturday, December 16th, 2017, Season 11, Episode 47. I'm Scott.
I'm RJ.
And I'm Sarah.
Sarah's with us. Matt will be joining us soon. He is on his way in. So, if you'd like to get in touch with us, oh, wait, let me do this first real quick. Yeah, let me do this. There.
Good job.
Sync up the video and everything else. So, if you'd like to get in touch with us, our phone number is 334-272-9228. I'm a little bit out of breath because I just ran upstairs. 334-272-9228. Check out ingamechat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at InGameChat. You can also find us on Facebook. You can email us, everyone, at ingamechat.net. And we are back streaming again. The internet here at the radio station was dead last weekend. Not just here, but other places as well. Yeah. Completely dead.
Fiber got cut, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we couldn't do anything. But streaming is back. Internet's back. So we're back. So yeah, if you go to twitch.tv and search for In-Game Chat, you'll be able to find us and watch the show live while we broadcast. And you can also join the chat room while everybody's broadcasting, or while everybody's chatting in there while we're broadcasting as well, if you would like to do that. So Sarah is here. Matt is on his way back from another viewing of Star Wars. That I think that'll be number 2 for him.
Yes.
I want to say 2 out of possibly 3 or more, but that might have changed.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't know. I haven't gotten his take on everything, but I've seen a lot of very big Star Wars fans not like this movie. So,
I know he liked it Thursday night.
Okay.
So.
Well, hopefully it stays that way. I don't know. The people that he's going to see it with today did not like it.
And yet are going for a second time, which makes no sense to me.
You'd think that. Well, there's a lot of things that people do for their fandom that is hard to understand.
Stop looking at me like that.
Well, there's a lot. Look, I'll sit here and try and find the cheapest deal on a game, whatever, and then I'll spend tons of money on a stupid tchotchke for a game, instead of the actual game itself. Something I can't even play that's just going to sit up on a shelf. Or it'll come with a steelbook, and I will hunt that down, which, by the way, I got in my UK pre-order of Bayonetta 2 for Switch. Mm-hmm. That comes with a steelbook, because it's only in Japan and the UK that they're doing, apparently so far that we know of. They haven't announced one for the States yet. If they do, I'll just cancel that and go the other way, but they haven't said so yet. I need to turn that TV off. There's another thing I forgot to do, was turn off the TV. Forgot my headphones. That's why I was out of breath coming back upstairs. Forgot to turn off the TV. So, yeah.
Where's the remote?
It doesn't matter. I'll get to it later.
All right.
It just keeps
I'll hit it.
distracting me.
I'll hit it on the way to the door.
Yeah, it's that button on the other side. We'll get it during the break, or maybe Matt will get it when he comes in, whenever he does eventually get here. So anyway, welcome back to the show. Yeah, this episode is going to rerun next weekend. We are not going to be here next weekend. Normally we would, but trying to stretch out the time to kind of place our 500th episode in a better position. We took off Thanksgiving and we took off. We're going to take off the Christmas weekend.
Week of Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah. Normally we wouldn't though, because it's 23rd. Sure, why not? So, yeah. But this episode is going to rerun next weekend, just to let you know. And Sarah, it's great. I'm putting you completely on the spot because I don't think I've asked you yet. Are you going to be able to make it to our show on the 20th of January?
Yes, I have it in my calendar, and I have ordered a dress.
All right.
Because we're dressing up. I decided.
Okay. Who's dressing up?
Well, you said you would.
Right. Who other than me is dressing up?
RJ said he would wear a suit the last time I was here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Matt said he would wear either a suit or something.
He's wearing a suit. Either it's going to be a traditional suit or a suit of armor. One of the two. He's wearing a suit.
Nice.
Okay. All right. That's fine. All right, cool. That's good. I'm glad you're going to be able to make it.
No pressure.
I can tell you now, everybody else that shows up will not be in any. Will not be in any.
Watch, because you say that everybody's going to be dressed up
thing.
except you.
Wouldn't that? No. I mean, she said she ordered a dress. Then sure, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
No, it's going to look like prom in here.
Okay.
I may not get dressed until, I may bring my clothes here and then dress.
Oh, yeah, I'm probably getting dressed here. I don't think I'm driving from Birmingham in a prom dress.
No. And I'm not going to do all the things that I have to do, carry a computer in and all this other stuff that has to get set up and, put up the streamers and everything. No, I'm not decorating.
We get up here earlier and help us everything up.
Yeah. So, anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And yes, again, sorry about last week, but glad you're here. I'm getting a notification now from Matt. He is at the back door.
Got it.
Do you want to go and you want to hang? You want to just hang tight?
It's not that cold outside.
It's really not. But we got I don't know. He can. Sure. Go get him.
Yeah. There you go.
Go get him. Go get him. And that's going to be that microphone that I'll turn off. Okay. Yeah, it's up at the top. There you go. Wow, that microphone makes a lot of noise. You hear that?
No.
Wow, I can hear it. That's
It's
amazing.
like the music episode again.
Well, it's
just
amazing.
us.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's right. It was just us, and it was because they were off doing convention things
Yep.
or whatever. Yeah. So, how you been? What's going on?
Good.
All right, wonderful. Glad you came down.
Thank you.
You sent me a text in the middle of Star Wars I was watching yesterday.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, I was sitting up at the very back of the theater, over to the side, to one of the right side, I think it was on, and so there was nobody over there near me, by me, whatever.
Yeah.
There was nobody around, so I would frequently pull up my phone and send a text being like, "Oh, this is telling somebody this thing just happened," and blah blah blah. And they're like, "Oh." So yeah, which got bad at some point because I sent a text to somebody saying, "Man, I'm getting really emotional here and all this stuff," and they're like, "Yeah, there were these 2 times that I cried," and they listed the first one, which I had already seen, and they listed the second one, which I had not, and it was essentially the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that was going to happen," but I didn't feel bad. I understood the disconnect. I understood.
All right,
problem.
fair warning, if anybody starts to head towards a Star Wars spoiler, I have promised Motel that I will smack you.
Do it, yeah. I will cut your mic off and for the rest of the show, by the way.
I don't think mine's on. Oh, there's mine.
I
Hello.
texted you from the theater both before and
that's
after.
right. All right, hold on. And I'm Matt.
Yeah.
Boom.
You got out of there real quick on this showing. Did you leave before it finished?
No.
Okay. It
I'm
must
not-
not have a lot of trailer. What time did it start?
It was about 1.
No, what was the
15.
showtime? What was the showtime? What was the time on the ticket?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock? Okay, so it started at... Huh. They must have... How many trailers were in front of yours?
A few of them.
Because, I mean, if it started at 1 to 2, 2
Just
to 3...
don't ask me how fast I went on the way down.
Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, does Mike... I'm sorry, all the people who don't know who these other people are that we're talking about. Does Mike like it better now that he's seen it a
Yes.
second time?
Yes.
Because he hated it.
Him and Kelly both like it a lot better now. Dave was there too.
Okay.
I haven't seen Dave in a while. It was
I
good
know.
seeing
Well,
him.
I told Dave. I was
Good seeing
talking
him again.
I was talking to Dave the other day, and he said, "Hey, have you seen it yet? You want to go?" And I said, "I'm not going to have time to see it before the show." Which, even though you
Yeah.
though you pulled it off, I still wouldn't have been able to get it
You
here.
had
and
to set up,
put all
so,
this stuff
yeah.
set up. I also added a new camera.
I noticed
So that took a little bit to get situated
No,
with.
I like it.
Yeah. But
yeah.
no, I wouldn't have been able to make that. And I said, so I've already seen it.
Yes.
And I also can't go to the show tomorrow with Matt having already seen it as well. And he said, Matt, question mark? Like, I didn't know who you were.
I thought he knew me.
I thought he did too. Maybe now he does or remembers.
Because I've seen him before.
I know, yeah. So anyway.
Yeah,
glad-
whatever.
Yeah.
Second time around, I liked it the first time.
Did you? Okay.
I really did. I could tell from from the very first episode time watching it, like some of our friends, I could be like, yeah, they're not gonna like this part, or they're not gonna like the. I could knowing our friends and everything, I could tell exactly.
I couldn't tell
Specifically,
you.
James,
There were a lot in there that I couldn't tell you if someone was going to like it or not like it or whatever. I didn't. I don't know. I'm not that in tune with the
gripiness
particulars.
of our friends.
Right. Particular. No, and this includes you, man. I didn't know if I didn't watch that movie thinking he was going to like this or he was not going to like it. But when I got out and I read when I read Mike's little thing about how he didn't like it, I thought, oh, I wonder if this is. And then I went to like Metacritic and was it Metacritic, Rotten Tomatoes, whatever, where the audience score was like really low.
Yeah, like 58.
Yeah, it's real. Like Justice League has a better audience score than Last Jedi, and so I thought, is this one where like really diehard fans are like, oh, this is crap, or is this one where where casuals enjoy it?
I think for some people, like for the group of people that we went with today, the more they see it, the more they like. No, it's the better the second time around. I'm just that kind of fanboy where I'm like, no, I thought it was great. I really liked it a lot. The ending, man, it had some parts.
Careful.
I'm
Careful.
I am. I will. No, don't smack. But there were parts throughout that whole movie where I was
Have you-
like, nostalgia.
Are you?
No, she's ready to hit me.
No. I mean, like you have
Well,
experience hitting him.
She will.
That's a weird
sounded very
question.
weird.
I know. I'm like, geez, what kind of question is that?
Have you smacked him before for any apparent reason?
Yes, I have smacked Matt before.
That's what I meant. You have experience hitting him.
I do.
Then you can feel free to hit,
No,
even if we
no
approach.
hit me.
Or,
No, but like there were certain parts of that, like I was just like, oh my gosh, it knows how to get me in an emotional level. The ending was definitely
Matt,
part of that.
the only thing it had to do to get you on an emotional level was have the word Star Wars somewhere on the screen at any point.
I will say that there were more parts in there that
Yeah.
were more emotional just for the fact
But-
that Carrie Fisher had passed.
That also,
I will say I did not cry the first time I saw her on screen, which I had, like, I was prepared. I had a handkerchief.
Yeah.
But my showing had a featurette on the music
Oh, okay.
you-
ahead of time.
Ours
I
didn't have
went
that.
to
I
the
haven't seen
fan
that yet, but I heard about
experience. We had free popcorn, collectible cards, and a little thing about the score. And when they showed some clips from the original trilogy, I did get very teary eyed.
Gotcha. No, I got all kinds of. There were two moments where
Yeah.
I was cutting onions,
Yeah.
and honestly, one was just in the middle of the film.
and a character commented on it, and I agree with his comment.
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about. My thing, I have no idea. Mine was I won't say the other part because that's more spoilery than it has anything to do, than it has any right to be. But the other one was just this. It was just an offhand thing where, and I don't know her character's name, but Laura Dern's character.
Admiral.
Yeah, she just says "Force be
Hodor.
with
The
you
vi-
always."
the Vice Admiral.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vice Admiral.
Just that point where they have that little exchange because
Yeah.
Carrie's like, I've been saying it long enough. You go ahead, and then she says it, and just the fact that you get to say that to her, and then to know that later on, she's gone, she's done, and it's just, it's just so horrible to think about.
But I know-
and I'm not talking about her character dying.
Yeah.
I'm talking about her, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
I will say the tweet about her dog watching
Yeah,
it
Gary,
made me
oh.
cry.
And
That
the-
actually did make me
And
cry.
I like how Gary's in it
yeah.
somewhere. I specifically was watching the casino to see where he's at, but I didn't see him. But still,
Yeah.
I have to watch it a couple more times.
Yeah.
But I did
And-
pick up on more stuff the second time around. Now that I knew how the whole movie would play out, so I'm like started picking up things. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I see that now, or that makes more sense, and so I really liked it.
Yeah.
I am a sucker for the music piece Binary Sunset. Ever since I was a kid, the very first movie I ever saw, me personally, was Star Wars in drive-in theater in Little Rock, Arkansas. And so ever since I was a wee baby of a kid and growing up with those on VHS, Betamax, whatever, whenever, that scene in A New Hope where they play the Binary Sunset and Luke Skywalker walks out, and he's like staring up, as, I get that, growing up as a kid, you want that adventure, you want, something bigger than yourself, and, here you are just stuck in your, your environment. And so that always hits, straight home to me. And so whenever I hear that music piece, no matter what, I'm like, all right, I get it.
I've never had a big attachment to Star Wars, and never have. You know that.
Yeah, I have.
I never have. So I think that's why those 2 points probably hit me more. Like, if Carrie Fisher was still alive, no, none of that would have had the emotional weight that it does. In any sense. So yeah.
I will say this is funnier than some of the other ones, but I think in a good
Which I
way.
think a lot of people have a problem with.
But
In fact, that was one of Mike's things that he wrote about. Was
he
that
did,
he had a
but
problem
like
with
I'm like,
humor.
all right. You think of what episode 1 when they tried to have humor, Jar Jar stepping in, poop and there's an Opie fart. It's not like that kind of humor, That I think of like Empire Strikes Back had more subtle humor to it. Also, there's a scene where on Echo Base when Leia's first kisses Luke and everything, and everybody's like freaking out, and like C-3PO's like just like looking around, and you can see even though his face doesn't change, he is freaking out, and like that's funny to me. Or like in Jedi when like Han's like, hey, at the Endor, on Endor, it's like, hey, we need our weapons, and 3PO turns around, oh yeah, we also need to know how far it is. Oh yeah, we also are you going to get on that? And he's what? So there is humor in Star Wars. I've always thought, but this is definitely. I liked it.
RJ already had to listen to basically a dissertation on my feelings about Star Wars and the humor.
Good, bad,
So-
neutral.
I liked it a lot.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So yes,
Well, good.
I'm happy. I saw it second time.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it again. It's good.
I may see it one more time, but that'll maybe.
To me,
Maybe.
one of the
I
problems-
only saw. I still have not seen Force Awakens since the one time,
The one
I
time?
saw it in the theater. And a really bad viewing of it anyway was at the
Oh.
McWayne Center in Birmingham.
Oh,
I don't like the way they're formatted for
Because
that
it's
screen. Like they want to
wrappy,
be all
weird.
IMAX and stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, okay, you are an IMAX screen, but you're not. You're not calibrated for something like this, man. Like if they filmed it in a certain way where it could actually encompass the screen that you have, their dome IMAX, then I think that would be really cool. But it'd be very hard to do. Did you go? You're in Birmingham. Did you go see it at the McWayne Center?
No. I went to the Patton Creek to their IMAX.
Yeah. Have you ever watched an IMAX film in the McWayne Center that wasn't like encompassing of the dome? Because that's all I ever see in there are documentaries. Documentaries make real good use of that format and that screen format.
yeah.
But films, like regular big Hollywood production films, man, no. I mean, they shoot in IMAX, but it's not.
It's not really formatted for
It
that
ain't
kind of
dome stuff,
dome.
man. Mm-mm. No, it's not.
Yeah.
So, that's the first and only time I've seen Force Awakens was at that screen. I still haven't bought it on Blu-ray or DVD or anything yet. So,
I think as more people see it, more
you obviously know I'm probably waiting because they've got another one. They got 9.
20 in 2 years, 2019.
Right, and so I'm waiting for that. Like
That
here's
box
our
set.
no steelbooks. I'm waiting for like they already do steelbooks for the original
I didn't
trilogies.
like the steelbooks
They're
for
horrible.
this.
That's
Yeah.
horrible cover art for a steelbook,
Yeah.
man.
It is.
I got Jumanji the other day. It's a great steelbook. They're the old Robin Williams film, and it's basically the board game is the book, or is the steelbook is the
Okay.
case. They even painted the hinges on the spine.
Hmm.
And then when you open it up, there's the board game and the thing and the discs. But I mean, it's really, really nicely done steelbook. So, Yeah. Anyway,
I think as more people see it, and as more time, goes by from your first time seeing it, I think the perception will probably increase. Because, like, when you first walk out, you're still sort of like in that haze of, I just sat through something. And you don't have really that time to process it. And so I think personally, I'm hoping that once people sit and process and think about it, like, oh, yeah, okay, it wasn't that good. I mean, it wasn't that bad. Sorry, it wasn't that good. No, but it wasn't as bad as I thought,
I'm not, again,
I don't know.
That's...
Or they might hate it, and
Yeah, this
who
could be
cares?
my only viewing of it, and I'm totally fine with that if it is.
To each his own. I enjoyed it
Because I
a
just
lot.
I don't do multiple. I rarely do multiple screenings. Once it's in there, I watched it the last time. The last time I think I saw a movie twice was
Like in theater or in general.
in theaters. Was I think Avengers, and not even Age of Ultron. It was like Avengers. No, it was Man of Steel. That's what it was. It was Man of
Sorry.
Steel. Well, I drove to Birmingham to see it in IMAX, and then I think Mike and Kelly and a couple others wanted to go see it, and I was like, sure, I'll go with you and see it there, and because I really enjoyed it.
I think my last multiple theater showing was Rogue
Was
One.
Last Jedi, right?
Well, before.
Oh,
Last
before
Jedi.
that?
But
Yeah.
yeah, Rogue One.
No, and then before that, it goes. I think it was Avengers before that, and then, yeah, there are times where I did that marathon where you watch Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and then Dark Knight Rises. I did that marathon.
I stopped after Dark Knight.
No. I did the marathon at the theater because I hadn't seen The
okay.
Dark Knight Rises. It was premiering, and they did the
Oh.
whole let's show the movies leading up to it type
Yeah.
thing. So I did that marathon. So I probably saw those twice in the theater type thing. But I just don't do a lot of. When I was a kid, man, I saw Jurassic Park 14 times.
I saw the '89 Batman in the theater, around there.
Well,
like
because
so many times.
Pratt,
in the theater.
where I live, had a
Dollar?
$2 theater
Yeah, I
or a
remember
dollar
that.
theater. So I would go on a Saturday and a
$2,
Sunday,
yeah.
and I just go watch the movie, get up, here's another $1, I'm going to go watch it again, and then I'd sit back down and watch it again. Yeah, so I think that was the same year Terminator 2 came out.
I forget.
92, 94.
What, Jurassic Park?
Well, Jurassic Park and Terminator 2. I can't remember what the years were.
Terminator 2 came out before Jurassic Park.
I know, but I think it was the same.
Yeah, I think Jurassic Park was 94. I think it was 92 for Terminator 2.
Anyway,
91.
91? Oh, 91.
Terminator 2 was 91.
well, then Jurassic Park probably was 92 then.
No, I think that was 94.
Or was it 94? Maybe it was.
I believe so.
93. Split the difference.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, split the difference. 93. Anyway, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to go over all the games that we've all played.
We'll
and
talk
actually,
about video games.
yeah, we're actually going to get on the track to actually talk about video games instead of
Yeah,
movies
I've
here.
been taking care of that in the chat room.
Sorry,
Thank you. I
guys.
appreciate that. I could probably do a whole movie show thing. That'd be interesting. I don't know that I could put in that kind of time.
I can't.
Special episode.
No. Like actually do,
Another podcast?
yeah, well, another show on this station. Like from, let's see, this starts at 4. From 2 to 4.
How about from 6 to,
No, because we've got there's a show off. There's a show on after us.
I know.
Can't do that. Do to 2 to 4. Do 2 to 4 and then 4. Wow, that's a long day of broadcasting. I don't know. And,
You guys want more of us, right?
yeah, I don't know. If people in the chat room listening, people on the air listening, hit up. Go to my Facebook page. People in the chat room just tell us in the
or
chat
just
room.
call in, apparently.
Well, I didn't want to do the call in thing because then I
That's
don't
what
want
they're
to
doing.
spin the episode taking calls of like, hey, would you listen? Yeah, I didn't want to do that, but I don't know. I don't know if that's something you would listen to, just movie talk. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about video games. That's what this show is about. It is called In-Game Chat, and we will be back with more. It is our Christmas episode, so we've got Christmas music throughout the entire thing. We got our Morgan Freeman Christmas stuff playing as well, so all that stuff. It's going to replay next week. Here is music from New Super Mario Brothers U. I guess this was a Wii U Mario Brother game. Sorry, I had to
It
mic
was.
off. Yeah, this is called Snow Overworld. So we'll be back in just a moment with more in-game chat after this.
And now, Morgan Freeman makes up new reindeer names.
Blitzer, Crocus, Danzig, Cumberbatch, Rudy Tomjanovich, Chad, Reince Priebus, Shia LaHouf, Dingleberry, El Diablo, Bryce Dallas Howard, Kiefer, Mad Dog, Ha Ha Clinton Dix, Papaya, Sputum, Hibbity Jibbity, Chelsea Antler, Bert, Uncle Buck, Terry Cloth, Jambalaya, Cookie Dough, Darnell, Rolo, John Cena.
This has been Morgan Freeman making up new reindeer names.
Hello, I'm Morgan Freeman, here with a holiday tip. Shopping for gifts can be frustrating, especially when the person you're looking for can be a real jackass. This year, get them something more fitting, like a pile of cat or my favorite, a firm, well-placed kick in the crotch berries. Not only will you be giving them what they deserve, but my gut tells me you'll never have to shop for them again. Happy holidays!
And welcome back to In-Game Chat. This is music from Overwatch and their winter event that they have going on.
This makes me want to listen to Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But I mean, to be honest, it doesn't take much for me to want to listen to Edward Scissorhands.
Just kind of a choral,
Yeah,
or chorale,
I love it.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome back to the show. It is our Christmas episode. Of course, this episode will be replayed next week, just to let you know, because we will not be here. Going over the games that we have played, it's just going to be, I played just the tiniest bit of Mario Odyssey here just before the show, kind of like I always do. And Destiny 2 is really pretty much it. I just... I go through there, do my stuff, and then I'm good for the... I finished up last night. I played I had to run the Nightfall on one of my characters, ran that, and I was done.
Do you just do a pickup with other people?
I do the guided games thing, yeah.
Okay.
It always goes quite well. Although I moved past a lot of people last night. I was like, nope, not joining them. Nope. Because it brings up their clan motto and stuff. And so that tells you a lot about...
Yeah.
who you're about
Their personality?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they have no motto, then it's like, I'm not sure. Then you kind of look at their team name or something. And one time, the other thing that it helps you do is it helps you with language, because it came up in Japanese, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to play with them in case they want to talk, or I want to give out directions, because the language barrier is going to be an issue, I guess, if it's all in Japanese. But the... it depends on what it says. Sometimes it's stupid stuff, really, really stupid things, and I'm like, okay, I don't really want to play with you.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's really nice stuff like, hey, we're all a group, and we expect you to pull your part, and and it's not hardcore type stuff, but it's also not lenient about it either. Like ours is kind of lengthy, but it gets the point across that, look, we're casual here. We got some hardcores, but we don't expect anything from you. You come in, you do your part, or whatever that part may be, as long as you're having fun, and that's it. You can come and go as you please. Because we used to be on like acceptance, and like you had to put in a thing to get one of us had to approve you and
Yeah.
stuff. And I'm like, no, you just come and go as you want. This is not a, you don't have to sit there and hit your clan stuff every week. You don't have to do all your stuff every week. You don't have to contribute every week. You don't have to do any of that. You just come and go as you want. So very, very casual about that, but not to the point that we don't want to finish what we start type thing. We don't want to finish a mission or something, you know. Whereas if you're going to go out and do a thing, we're going to be serious about it and try and take care of the thing that we got to do. So, but yeah, and then there's some stuff that's just ridiculous that people put in theirs, and then I skip it. Last night was the most I had skipped. Was like, I just kept...
Several times?
Yep. A lot of times, like, nope, 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 nope. And then one had a really great motto, and then I accepted it, and then I looked at their clan name, and I was like, well, okay. It was, I won't repeat it because I can't.
What are them FCC things?
Yeah, it's actually fine. None of the words are horrible, but it's just a different way of saying something else.
Okay.
And so and I'm just not going to repeat it. So I thought, well, whatever. And we got through it fine. Nah, one guy on their team was horrible. He just kept running into stuff and dying. And I thought, this is going to go really bad. And I think we had maybe about minute and a half, minute 45 left when we finished the thing off. So I was really getting nervous there. But yeah, we got it done, and I was like, thank God. So I got done. So I'm up to 3:30 now.
Jeremy, Kevin, and I were running around the other night. And
Yeah, you were last night. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys were. I didn't jump in there because, basically you really
Yeah, we
can't
have
do a
three people.
4-man
Yeah.
thing unless you do
Unfortunately.
multiplayer or a raid.
Or raid. We were started working on the Rat King crew,
Okay.
but one of the final things with that is beat the was it Nightfall?
You have to beat the Nightfall with 5 minutes
5 minutes
left.
left.
Yeah.
I haven't done that normally.
Mm-hmm.
Normally it's just down to like a minute. Whenever when we
Do you have to do the Prestige Nightfall with 5 minutes
I
left, or
don't
just
think-
the regular
I think
Nightfall?
it's just regular Nightfall.
Okay.
But I mean, every time we run it, it's always been like
But you said you
close.
couldn't run the Nightfall last night?
We didn't. Well, Kevin wasn't up to Nightfall.
Well, then that's why you couldn't select it.
But when I was looking at maybe I was looking at the strikes, the heroic strikes or whatever.
Yeah, but if Kevin hasn't gotten up to where he can do the Nightfall strikes
Yeah.
yet, then it's going to tell you players in your team can't go here yet.
Okay. Somewhere I could have sworn it said something was on Mercury, and they don't have it because I was complaining to them about that, and they're like, "Yeah, that's kind of crazy."
No, if
don't
Jeremy's up to 300, he's done everything he needs to do. But if Kevin hasn't done the 2 strikes that you're supposed to do to go through the process at the end of the game, run 2 strikes, talk to Zavala, he opens up the Nightfall. If he hadn't done any of that, and he may be waiting to turn it in, even that will still block you. So until you go and talk to him and finish those missions, it's still going to block you from being able to do that activity. So that may be all he needs to do is run 2 strikes real quick, run those, get them done, and then boom, everything's open for him. So yeah, Destiny for me, Destiny for you, I guess.
And also, I did the new elusive target
Right?
in Hitman.
Yeah, you told us that. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was last week.
No, the new one.
Oh, they added a new one this week.
So what it is for the elusive targets, now that they're reissuing them,
Yeah.
they go for I think 9 days or something like that.
Okay.
And as soon as that one's done, they start up the next one right away. Whereas before you would have weeks or whatever in between elusive targets. Now it's just like one after the other, after the other, after the other. So as soon as one ends, then the next one pops back up. So this is the third of the reissue. And it's also in Sapienza. You're going after a clergyman. And it was sloppy. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised I didn't fail it because I was waiting for my time. I got the guy, he was in the church, and all right, no one's around, pull up my gun, sneak up behind him, he didn't even see me, shot him in the back of the head, and right as someone walked in the door and saw me, it was one of the guards. And he was like, "Oh!" He starts freaking out, and I'm like, so I'm just running, and I ran out, and then other guards started chasing me, so I'm shooting them, and I'm just booking towards the exit, and they're firing at me, and I'm like, the screen starts turning red for when you're taking hits, and I'm like, I am not gonna make it, and luckily I was able to take out one last guy and then hop on the boat and get out.
Okay, Hitman, you said was there's a lot of one of the features of it was that there's more than one way to take out your target. So,
Oh, yeah.
So was there a way you could possibly take him out from a distance, not have to risk being seen by walking up to him and doing that?
In the area where I finally got him alone,
Mm-hmm.
or where I thought was alone, there was no real distance. I mean, maybe. Well, there's a balcony. I could. Yeah. Yes, there is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I could have. But the way I was playing it, and I just so happened to be right, close enough to him, I could have, come in from a different area. And with the way the elusive targets work, until you actually shoot them or kill them, or
Okay.
you
I was
don't
about
have
to say, you
shoot
have to shoot them?
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
yeah.
You could strangle them. You could poison them
Okay.
until they actually die. You could restart. So you could replan, restart, or whatever. So, two things will lock you in. Like if you die, then it's automatically fail. You can never redo it again. But the moment that you start an objective, like taking them out, then you're locked into no matter good or bad. All right. So as soon as I pulled the trigger and the guy saw me, I was locked into it. I couldn't have been like, restarted. I was like, well, I'm doing this now. So that's when I just made a run for it.
Okay.
It just bad luck that the guy opened up the door right when he did, right as I was,
Did it feel like
assassinating.
scripted? Maybe
No.
like intentionally.
No, it didn't feel scripted. It just bad luck, and that's
Okay.
what I liked about it. It was like because the normal game, I'm not as stressed about it. I'm like, all right, so I died. Let me try something else. But this one, it's like you're like, oh man, do I pull the trigger? Do I strangle the guy? I mean, like you almost have to like think about it for a second. Like, all right, if I do this, this is it. I'm committed.
Did you ever have a situation where you sat there and thought about it so long that in the time it took you to actually do the crime, you could have done it earlier and not been in that trouble?
A few times with these, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like until you actually do it, I could have just restarted it.
Okay. All right.
Because like even if they start, if I didn't kill the target and they start shooting me, I could pause it real quick, restart it, and because I'm not dead, I'm just taking damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh well, no, let me try something different, and I have done that before. But I mean, since this one, like all right, popped them and oh, let me start running. So I enjoyed it immensely. It was so much fun. I'm really liking the elusive targets that they're doing. There's a new level that I could do. I just need to buy the, I guess the Game of the Year edition or whatever. So I'm thinking about getting that, for this new mission that they have. But yeah, I love that game. It's so much fun. So did that. More Assassin's Creed. I finished the
Okay.
campaign. I've got some really, really good weapons, some really, really good gear, and now I'm just going to start clearing out the map, doing the side quests, doing all the other stuff. So I'm really enjoying that. And Destiny. Those are the three things. And I did download the new story, I guess, expansion for Battlefield 2. I mean, Battlefront.
Yeah.
Yeah, Battlefront 2.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever. The Star Wars.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because they have I guess a Last Jedi, campaign expansion in a way with Iden Versio when she's older. So I downloaded that, but I haven't had a chance to play it yet. So more story campaign for me. So I'm excited.
Sarah, what about you?
So I actually have not played Destiny in almost 3 weeks, so I have not played any of the DLC. But I did start a playthrough of The Witcher 3.
Oh, wow.
First time? So we won't
So-
see you for a while.
Xbox One, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
Great game.
am on break from school now.
Is this? Did you get the Game of the Year edition or whatever that has all the DLC with it, or did you
Yes.
just get the okay? Because there is a DLC package for The Witcher that is basically considered on par, if not better,
Yeah.
than the original
Which
game
one?
itself.
Yeah.
Blood and Wine?
Blood and Wine.
I need to get that.
I've heard that.
Blood and Wine apparently is. It's up there with the DLC for BioShock 2.
Oh,
I think it was.
Minerva's Den.
Yeah, Minerva's Den, and it's just up there as being
Like
like
the
it's not necessarily where you get a sequel's better than the original type thing, but the DLC being better than the original type thing is what you get out of something like Blood and Wine. So I'm
Dishonored.
glad
Some
you
of
got
the
that.
Dishonored stuff.
Okay,
Their DLC, like
trying to remember
the Witches of
yeah,
Eastwick.
Dunwall.
No, that was a movie.
That was
the
the movie.
the
The Night Witches?
Bridgestone
Yeah, that stuff.
the Knife of Dunwall.
Yes.
that was the first one, and then the Witches of Brigmore,
Something like that.
something like that. Yeah, was the second one, and it was very good too.
Mm-hmm.
So, good. What have you? So you've started that, huh?
I've started it. I'm not very far in, only about an hour.
Got to the hot tub scene, and
Yes,
Yeah,
I've gone
exactly.
through the hot tub
Yeah.
scene. Yes,
It's not a time machine.
that's true. So I'm on break from school, and
Cool.
so I'll actually have a solid week after Christmas of vacation, like actual honest to goodness, not having to go anywhere, not having to go to work,
Yeah,
vacation.
nice.
So I am looking forward to some Witcher and catching up on Destiny.
I don't know if Evans041111 says XCOM War the Chosen won DLC Game of the Year. I am not sure about that. I know that PC Gamer picked their Game of the Year, and it was Divinity 2, Original Sin.
Sin. Yeah, I've heard good things about that.
Yeah, XCOM 2 is what he meant, actually. I understood what you meant. I don't know. I haven't read anything about DLC, like there's the DLC of the year type thing. I know EA ain't getting it, but I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything on that or read anything. I guess people are still. A lot of sites are doing the whole like, here's our countdown to our game of the year, that sort of thing, just to keep you reading instead of here publish all of it one time. Like here's our picks.
Here's our list.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of them do it like, here's our list by our writers. I'm like, no, don't.
Pull it together.
Like, let your writers do that, sure. Let them have their own space on their blog or whatever it is that they've got on your site. But, like, as a site, come together and pick your top 5, 10, whatever it is that you're going to do. But not like, here's the top 5 of this writer and this writer and this reviewer and this reviewer. If you're a group site like that. So, because I don't even think, like, magazines don't do that. Like, Nintendo used to not do that, or EGM or whatever. They would pick their things, but they would have stuff specifically for some of their authors and things. But they would have a list of like, here's our year picks. So I don't know. That's small, tiny complaint. RJ, what have you been playing? Was that it for
Yeah.
you? Okay.
Just Witcher 3.
All right. RJ.
Yeah, outside of forcing myself to play through Crucible for Destiny 2, trying to get Ingrams for my characters.
Man, I wish you'd build that PC and come join us.
I'm telling you, that's going to be a minute. Yeah, it is.
I
But
know.
outside of that, I was playing some Street Fighter V in anticipation for the release of AE for Season 3.
Yeah.
About mid-January. Got to put a post in the chat room for it. But they released, they're going to be releasing 6 characters. I guess Capcom got tired of having leaks come out every time they have their season release and have the characters put out. So they decided to bring out a couple of characters. Sakura, one was a fan favorite. Everybody wanted her to come back in this incarnation of Street Fighter.
I've always liked Sakura.
Yeah, her, Blanca, Sagat, another character that people wanted, but he's not coming to the end, so he probably won't be till probably next year, close to next year before he's released. Cody, the character I was looking for, I didn't expect him to come back at all, but he is. And a new character, Falca, and someone named G. I don't know what their deal is, but we'll see when they come out.
Is Dan Hibiki already in it?
No, but he should be.
He should. That's yes.
Dan should be.
He should be in all of them.
Dan is one of those characters where he is so
Ridiculously
weak,
awesome.
weak in the game that, but some people can do something
Strong
with
of
him.
heart.
Yeah, how good does that do you? Yeah,
Hey, if you could beat someone with Dan,
that's happened.
Yeah.
In 4, people were. I think this guy from I forget his name, but I think he comes from France. But he was making a really good run in Street Fighter 4 tournaments with Dan, and
Wow.
people were wondering couldn't.
that's embarrassing.
I think no, not really, because he does have
That's
tools.
impressive.
There was some tools that Dan has. You just have to. It's just implementing them. That's
Yeah.
all it is to it. And I think a lot of it was some people just weren't familiar with the matchup. They
Or-
haven't fought Dan enough, so they didn't know
or
how
they're
to handle things.
overconfident, and they're like,
Oh, it's just Dan. He can't do anything.
Exactly.
2
Yeah.
rounds later, you're in the losers bracket.
Yep.
Because you didn't know what to expect. But yeah, that's something they revealed at Capcom at the end of Capcom Cup, won by Mina RD, who is $250,000 richer. So congrats to him.
Wow.
And then the DR, very good job from him, using a character that a lot of people didn't expect to make it. Birdie. He used him
really?
as his character, and he got through it with that. So yeah, that was fun to watching him. The finals was him and Tokido in the final match.
I kind of
and
like
he
it
won
when they use characters you don't expect.
Yeah, it's something different. There's
Yeah.
some change that you're not used to. So played a little bit of that, of course, and I played a little bit of the demo of Fighting Layer EX. There was a demo came out from a few weeks ago, about a week ago, and I started playing that. And like I said, I didn't play much of it, but only thing that stood out to me really was the execution of special moves in that game. I mean, I've been doing fireball motions for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
So I know how to do a fireball motion, but for some reason, either it was the setting was wrong or something else, but I couldn't consistently throw a fireball with the characters in that game. So I don't know if it was something I'm doing wrong or something in the system or what. I mean, it is beta. They're doing little things like that, but I can't really say for sure what the reason is. But only thing way I can find out is to put a little more practice in and see what I can do to fix that. So other than that, that's pretty much all the three I've played.
All right. Well, we're going to go to the phones real quick and then go to our top of the hour break. Let's talk to Chris. Hey, Chris.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey.
Just talking video games. We're not talking movies.
Well, I saw Star Wars again as well this morning before we got back in town and all.
Yeah.
Good.
I seem to enjoy it too. Other friends were saying some things. They didn't like it and boring and all this,
Yeah.
but I liked it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I hope people it's not that I hope people who see it like it. It's not one of those things because you don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not. You go to movies, and especially when you're in a franchise like this, and you hope you enjoy it. And then if you don't, that's just one of the things that come with it. But I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and the main thing is it's like a big role playing game. You just can't start out playing and not find out what's going to happen in the next chapter or the next chapter. I just had to find out what's going to happen before the next one comes out. And,
Well, there is that. I know I put in way too much time with Smallville, but by the time I got to season 10, I was like, let me just finish this thing off.
See, I couldn't do that with like Lost or sometimes you gotta know when to let go.
Lost, I did let go, thank God. Smallville hooked me in way too much, and of course it was all Superman stuff. But still, seasons 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 really did not belong.
Sometimes you got.
But I kept trudging through it, and by
Yeah.
the time you get to it, it's like, you know what? I'm watching it out of a chore, out of a commitment, out of I've come this far with you. I'm going down with the ship regardless.
Yeah.
And
I
I did.
let go of heroes.
I let go of that too. I think Smallville was probably the last one that I said, Walking Dead's about to get on that
I
list.
let go of Walking Dead.
Walking Dead's really about to get on that list.
Hey, Chris.
They took a move on this one, and I'm
I
like,
heard about
all
it,
right,
yeah.
all right, because this is really deviating from the comics now.
Yeah.
So I don't know where they're going to take that, or how they're going to take that, or what they're going to do about it. So that's kind of like, hey, I might actually watch this. Go ahead, RJ. I'm sorry.
I'll say, hey, Chris, let me ask you something. Amongst your friends, when you were talking about the movie, were the feelings all over the place? Because that's what I saw from the gist of comments online and everything like that. The reviews,
that's what they were tending to go, and one of my main friends has said that it was more boring than episode 1 and this and that. And, well, I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to really judge it yet. I want to just go ahead and see it, and I'll see what I think myself. But, I know they had to probably tell that storyline to bring you up to date about what's about to happen in the near future. But, I enjoyed it all the same.
Yeah, because like I said, it was just everywhere. The response to that movie was just everywhere, all over the place. I mean, so much. You couldn't possibly get a good read on it. You literally had to go see it for yourself to get your own read on it.
Probably the most hyped movie of this year,
Mm-hmm.
I would think. And anything trying to live up to that level of hype, I think will fail.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have it build up to be like the most important or the biggest or the whatever, it's not going to be that. It's just going to be what it is. But in your mind, before you see it, all this hype machine has gone crazy. That's, to me, one of the problems about episode 1. Before that came out, it was so hyped. New Star Wars. And then it comes out and everyone's like, wait, what? It's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But the hype was just so tremendous and if not overbearing.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, talking about other series and about comics and stuff, have y'all ever seen that new sci-fi show called Happy?
No.
Well, of course, they've uploaded on YouTube as well, so you can catch it there if nobody has the Sci-Fi Channel. But I've been enjoying that one, and that one's hilarious.
Okay.
So what was it called again? Happy?
Yeah, Happy
it's
with
a cop with the
exclamation point.
imaginary horse.
Yeah,
thingy.
a little purple or blue unicorn that only the main character can see,
Yeah.
and he takes advantage of his powers and stuff like cheating in a card game and stuff like that.
It's like a modern day Calvin and Hobbes or something like that, or
Maybe.
Kinda.
Yeah.
It's odd, but there's been some funny moments of the interaction between him and his imaginary. Well, it's not his. It's a little girl that is her imaginary friend, and he seeks him out. The rescuer and track her down and find out where she's at and all this. But I've been enjoying it so far. It's only got 2 episodes out right now, so something to quickly get into if you might like it.
Crazy plot, but if it's entertaining, have at it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. Well, we appreciate you calling, man.
All right, y'all have a good one.
You too.
Take care now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I was reading here about the Assassin's Creed. You were talking about Assassin's Creed Origins and the first week sales. There's a comparison of the first week sales of all the games in the franchise, and Origins comes in at number 6.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag came in at number 3.
Okay.
Number 4 was Revelations. Number 5 was
Revelations. That's the one we kept on forgetting about last week.
That's what it was. You're right. It was Brotherhood and then Revelations.
Yeah.
Syndicate is at number 9.
Oh wow. All right. I could see that as good as it is.
Well, that
It's still
came right
coming
after.
off of the
it came after Unity.
backlash of Unity and Rogue.
And Unity had a lot of backlash, but it came in at number 5. And that's why it had a lot of backlash, because there was a lot of people who bought it.
What about Rogue? Is that further down?
Rogue is not on the top, not in the list here.
That's how low it is.
No, it goes Syndicate at number 9. Number 8 is Brotherhood. Number 7 is the first game.
Okay.
Number 6 is Origins. Number 5 is Unity. Number 4 is Revelations. Number 3 is Black Flag.
Yeah.
Like we said. Number 2 is the only one that lines up. Assassin's Creed 2 is number 2.
And let me guess, 3 is number 1.
3 is number 1.
Uh-huh.
They were
Yeah,
again,
it was the hype machine.
and this is why you hear more negative about 3 is because so many people bought it. 3.52 million in the first week.
Yeah, no, I totally get that, and that it also makes sense why the subsequent ones are further down the list than higher than they should be. Because I think after that one, that's when people are like, well, they weren't as eager to buy it or willing to jump on that ship, so to speak.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will go over some. You brought gifts.
I brought gifts.
She brought gifts, and I didn't bring. I don't know.
You have a roll of
I have a roll of paper back here, and I have
stapler.
You still got that can of spotted dick over there?
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go.
Oh yeah,
There you go. There you go. Let me see that.
What, spotted dick.
Yeah, there you go.
Shake that up.
Shake it up.
Over to the microphone. Shake.
I have a can opener out in the car.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's in there.
there's
solidified.
It
That's
is,
what it
it
is.
is nice, and it's like a holiday fruitcake.
I have a can opener in the car. We
It
can
won't
open it
taste
up
like
and
one.
We can
But
eat it.
that's okay, man.
Wait a minute. I'm waiting. Since it's doing this thing.
You want to
okay.
look for a date on the can?
You would give this to her with this date on it.
I don't know.
What date is
Dude,
it?
it's old. I knew that. I'm not giving her that.
You're not giving her spotted dick.
No, I'm not giving her that.
What date is it?
I don't have. What's
October of 2010.
Oh!
This will stay in here forever.
That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
I wouldn't send that to the guys overseas.
Anyway, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have. I guess I don't. You want to do gift exchange next, or you want to do that at the end of the episode? What do you want to do?
It's up to y'all.
It's Christmas. We don't care. We'll come back with more in-game chat right after this. Again, all the music is Christmas themed because this is replaying next week. So we've got this one from Wario World, which I think was GameCube. Wario World. It's called Shivering Mountains, and we'll be back with more in-game chat after this.
Hello, I'm Morgan Freeman, here with a holiday tip. Hosting family get-togethers can be stressful, so this Christmas, do what I do. Blow off your family and surround your kitchen table with department store mannequins. Well, they look nicer, eat less, and best of all, don't talk. Or maybe they do. Depends on how much acid you mix into your giblet gravy. I limit mine to 4 tabs, but then I'm old. At your tender age, I'd at least drop 10. Happy holidays. Hello, I'm Morgan Freeman, here with a holiday tip. Ladies, if a male coworker makes an unwanted sexual advance at an office party, stay calm and politely tell him you're not interested. And if a female coworker does it, drag her ass into the nearest supply closet and get freaky. Seriously, I'm talking nasty. Be sure to record it with your camera phone and email it to my Gmail account. Happy holidays.
And welcome back to In-Game Chats. Music from Diddy Kong Racing, Snowflake Mountain. Very festive. I was going to say seasonal, but it's festive.
It's very festive.
Yes, it is. So you brought some presents.
I brought presents.
I love that.
I even
That's
wrapped them.
Fantastic wrapping
Yes, that
paper.
wrapping is amazing. Where did you get that at?
Yeah.
I got this wrapping paper because I'm awesome and I work at a bookstore, and it was sent to us by one of the publishers. There's actually a book called like Beautiful Books, and this is the cover image.
That's amazing. I like that.
I want to buy that wrapping
I
paper.
like that very
I have
much.
a lot of that wrapping paper left, so
Really?
I'm happy to share.
No, that's great.
That is like, no, that's so much better than any, yeah.
All right, so
Awesome.
these are, take it in the spirit that it is meant, not necessarily that like this is going to be your favorite thing you ever got, because outside of video games, it's kind of hard to shop for people. But anyway, so Scott
Oh, thank you.
and RJ.
I already know what this is. I don't know what's the picture of,
Matt.
but I
Is
know
it a
what it
puzzle?
is.
Yours, I could not resist.
Yeah, I love puzzles.
So,
I love puzzles. So,
and then Matt gets a bonus item, which is not necessarily a gift because he's paying for it.
oh, okay. Is that the, what was it that you told me you were buying
Yes.
something? What was
And I
it?
need to get you money for that.
Yeah.
But I don't have it on, I don't
That's
have right
fine.
with me, but I will.
What is
So
it here
this
that
is
you,
not glued together yet, since
Okay.
you'll have to sand and paint.
Yeah.
It is just sort of puzzle pieced together.
Wow, that's
Oh, is that
That is a replica of
Sunshot?
Thorn.
Thorn.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely have to glue that.
Nice.
No, that looks amazing. Oh, and it actually
Yeah, no, it all
Yeah,
works.
there is the actual, like this will spin out, and there is one.
Where did this come from?
The hammer even.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where did this come from?
I have a friend with a 3D printer who wanted to try something different. So I
Wow.
was like, well, conveniently, Destiny has a variety of weapons I would be interested in having.
Yeah,
That's
it
amazing.
definitely
Did you get one? Did you get
So,
something?
yeah, I got the first one, and then Matt was like,
Is it a Thorn as well, or
want
is it
one.
something
Yeah,
else? Okay.
It's also Thorn.
The Sunshot would be neat too. But that's neat how it all puzzles.
Yeah, so it all puzzle pieces together. It's in about, I think, 10 pieces total.
So yeah, I'll have to glue.
Yeah, and the plastic that he used is sandable, so you can sand it.
Okay, yeah. To
get
I kind
the-
of like the texture though.
Yeah.
I
So,
kind of. I'll have to figure out how to put
yeah,
the.
so hold it up so the camera gets a good shot.
Yeah. 1 second. Let me.
There are pens and things in the bag
So
that
be
hold
careful with that.
stuff together, so be careful.
This is a for those who aren't watching on the camera. This is a 3D printed, which, by the way, I think this is the first thing I've seen plenty of 3D printed things. I think Mike may have a lot of some pretty
Yeah,
cool things.
Mike has one.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's,
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine who does has 3D print as well, like little belt buckles, figurines,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
It's just get the
Do you
the
mind
pieces
if
together
once you get
and
once you show that off?
Put 'em in the
watch
machine,
out
there you
because,
go.
Like I said, the stuff does.
Yeah, it fits fairly well, but
Yeah,
you know,
it's
just
still
be
a little loose.
the handle is the thing that will come off most
yeah,
likely.
I noticed that. I'll have to figure out how to.
That is
Just
something
glue. Yeah.
Well, that's
very lightweight.
this comes
Yeah.
out on purpose because that's your round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then there's
It's
a
like those,
screw here. that
what is it they
screws
made,
into
what was that bonus item in
to
the
hold the
Uncharted,
cylinder.
Scott?
Okay. So
the
then you
the
can stick
dagger
around
or something
in
like that?
Oh, yes.
Was it
yeah,
a
so
one-shot?
basically that
Yeah.
just more readily available to the public now.
Yeah, that dagger was nice, by the way.
Yeah.
And that was very limited. Of course, something like this is also very limited. I say one of a kind, but you have
I have one.
something as well, just like it. So that is
Yeah, we found someone else had modeled it.
They did a great job. Fantastic job modeling.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Matt, when you get that thing painted and fully
I
done, we gotta see how it looks, man.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'll have to look at reference pictures to see how it's supposed to be painted.
What material is this?
Plastic.
It's
It's a
like an ABS plastic.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I kind of like the 3D printed texture to it.
Yeah.
It adds a little something. I don't know, something neat.
That is.
I don't know. I'll have
really
to decide if
cool.
I want to sand it down to make it nice and smooth, or
Like if you want to do it, if you want to get that done before or whatever, but this we should get a shot of this and put it on the Facebook page.
Definitely,
the
definitely.
picture of this thing. That's amazing. There you
Yeah.
go. Sorry about that. Probably handed it to you in the most awkward way possible.
So
thank you.
if you want to break it down, it'll be easier to transport.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite fit in the box.
That's
but-
amazing. So what is? Let me. I mean, I don't want to put him on the spot like Matt or anything. But what does that cost?
So since a friend of mine did it for me, it's a lot less than you would be looking at
Right.
from like Shapeways or somewhere.
But
like
I'm curious
that.
what a commission would be if I was like, hey man,
Probably in the like 60 to 80 range.
Not bad.
Depending.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I want to say that my Warlock, and I can't remember. Like I ordered, like they had a special edition on the Bungie site, and it was back when they did their, it was their year 2 anniversary or year 3. I can't remember which one it was, and they had a special edition figures that they were selling on their site, but it was like they were selling like different versions. And the Bungies, the ones you would buy on Bungie were extremely limited, and the most expensive, which was ridiculous. Warlock figure, Bungie store, and it came with. See, it's not the McFarlane toys. It was the 3As. It was the 3A ones. Wow, it's going on eBay for $450.
Wow.
Yes. And I'm trying to remember. It came with one of the special guns, and I want to say that it came with... And there's not going to be any pictures there. Thank you. Yeah, it came with a Thorn.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it came with.
I mean, Thorn was pretty iconic for a long time
Destiny
in
1?
Destiny 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's the... Yep,
Yeah.
that's the image. So, and I haven't taken it out of the packaging just yet, but and I will. I am not the kind that does. I don't buy things to keep them in a box. I don't.
Says the man who freaked out when I said I was going to open up the set of figurines you gave me from PAX.
Oh, I didn't freak out on that.
Yes,
no,
you did.
No, I looked it up and I realized that. Look, if I was going to be that freaked out about it, I wouldn't
You
have given
wouldn't have
it
given
to you.
them to me?
Exactly. No.
You were like, wait, you're going to open it?
No.
No, not anymore.
No, I don't. I'm trying to think of what. There's a few things I've kept in the box only for the fact that I may have a duplicate of it, and it's like I don't need to open
Yeah.
up the second one. And I didn't buy it for that reason. My SNES Classic from Europe, the one, the European version that has the colored buttons and stuff. Well, I've already got one of the stateside versions of that one. I've already opened that one up and whatever, so I'll keep that one, nice little display somewhere on a box, still in the box or whatever. I'm trying to think of anything else that I always, anything that is being kept in the box in my house right now is only for the fact that I haven't gotten around to opening it up and putting it on display.
Yeah.
That's the only reason that it is where it is right now. So, who wants to go first? Is opening up the gifts here? RJ, you go ahead.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, like I said, please take it in the spirit it was meant.
Oh,
It's not going to be like your favorite gift ever, but
Well, it'll be accepted.
Because we
either
are
way.
such horrible people that we're going to open up a gift in front of you on the air. Be like, what is this crap? What did you
Man.
get? Why did you give me this? Take it back.
Some cool.
I just want to make sure I want to make sure what books are on my wrapping paper. That's more important to me.
Awesome.
I thought you would get a kick out of it. Not
It's
that I think
got-
you're
it's
going
got-
to
it's got
sit around in
Sega.
color.
Yep. The coloring book, the Sega Master System coloring book here. Got the
I think I
images
just
from.
figured- I think I just
got
figured
some
this one
got some Sega classic images here. I recognize Streets of Rage, Altered Beast, Shinobi here, Golden Axe. Yeah,
I
this is
don't, we
nice.
don't. I don't have our stream up in the studio, so I don't know what
Welcome
this
to
is.
the audio.
Oh, nice! You would get a book. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's me.
No, exactly. You're gonna get a book, man.
Yeah.
You're the only one who didn't get a book.
Oh, nice!
Sonic the Hedgehog, Alien Syndrome.
Oh my
that was
gosh,
fun
Alien
game.
Syndrome. I remember
Alice
that.
Kid, Miracle World. Altered
It's a
Beast,
coloring
Golden
book
Axe,
that's so
Streets
It
of
is.
Rage,
It is the
Revenge of Shinobi, and
official
Phantasy Star.
Sega coloring
Yeah.
book.
Very nice.
I like how they have an official one.
Yes.
96 pages. I appreciate this. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm just trying to lightly take off the tape.
It's okay
No,
to tear the paper. I have
Yeah.
more.
No.
Go ahead
it's
and
not.
open it up, Matt.
No,
Go ahead
it's
and open
not
yours up.
okay. It's
I'm going to make him do this because, we're on a timer here. Open it up.
I'm opening.
Hurry up. Open it
Yeah.
up. If you take too
Matt.
long, I'm going to have her spoil it and just tell you what's in there. Matt.
the paper.
Oh my god.
Matt.
No, don't do that.
Hold on. He's got a
open
knife.
it.
Please be careful.
No, I knew where it was.
Oh my goodness.
I know, but it's Matt. Please be
Yeah.
careful.
I have my tote and shit from Boy Scouts.
What did he? Okay.
My tote and shit. CHIT.
I don't know what that is.
Shit.
In the Boy Scouts, that's what you use to. Well,
Would you open it up?
I'm
Good
opening it.
God.
I'm trying to save the paper because it was awesome.
I have
She's
more
got
paper.
more.
But I don't.
I will give you paper.
All right, cool.
You're like the cat who like,
Oof.
oh,
Man,
you got a box.
I was
Great.
trying to be nice.
you got a
appreciate it.
Star Wars book.
Yeah,
He
the cat-
did. He got this. He got the Stormtrooper reference guide. I
Which
guess.
is what I dressed up today for my event. I dressed up as my stormtrooper and I had a Santa hat on.
Yeah.
Aw.
My trooper.
Now I haven't opened mine up and I haven't peeked at it. I have shaken it, and I know it's a puzzle. I know
It
it's
is a puzzle.
I know it's a puzzle thing. I'm going to now attempt to guess what puzzle it is.
Okay.
Is it video game related?
Yes.
Is this is this the 90% red
No.
Super Mario? Okay,
No.
I wasn't sure if that was what that was. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
There's a Super Mario. It's either I think it's Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey puzzle, and it's basically Mario on this side and then just red for the rest of it.
That's evil.
Yeah.
This one's not quite that evil, but it's a little evil.
Okay.
It's Mega Man.
I kind of want to guess
Not
again.
Mega
I know.
Man.
I really want to. Is it a franchise that I enjoy
It is
dearly?
not a franchise.
So it's not a franchise. Huh? Is it a company?
No.
Oh, is it a character?
No.
All right.
Is
well, then I'm
it
done.
The Last Starfighter.
Well, see, at first I thought if this is a Myst puzzle, that's amazing. 'cause I
No,
don't
it
even
is not.
know-
I'm not that.
I don't
cool,
even know
I'm
if they
sorry.
made those.
Yeah.
And I know they didn't have any Burnout puzzles, so I'm like, well, I don't know really what
Speaking
other.
of real quick Burnout, possibility of Burnout Paradise Remastered.
I've got that in my news feed. Was that there was a listing for Burnout Paradise for Xbox One, Switch, for God's sakes, and PS4. EA's been very not really big on the remasters.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they've come around on that, and I don't know if that's going to be the case. I don't know if they're going to remaster it or
Well,
not.
if they see enough people getting such good press and response from other remasters,
Well, they shouldn't have killed off Criterion
This
for
book is
that,
amazing.
for that reason. It's really annoying that they did that. So,
Yeah.
by the way, Matt, this is how you open a gift.
Yeah, whatever.
Exactly. I haven't looked at it yet. It's a white box on the back,
It's upside down.
so I haven't seen it, but I will flip it over for everybody.
I can't tell what that is.
I know. I will show it over here to you. so that you can see this.
Oh, that's awesome.
I still haven't seen it. I still don't know what this is.
It's very nice.
I'm gonna flip it around. Holy. What was that thing you called in your Boy Scout days? Wow. This is cool. I love this. How far does it go? NES. Okay. Does it go beyond that? No.
That picture should be framed when it's fully said
When
and
it's
done.
finished?
When
Yeah.
it's finished, yeah, that should be framed.
I'll look into doing that. I've never looked into framing puzzles before, but I will look into doing that. Or just find the picture online, print it out, and frame it. But
yeah.
look at that. So we got Atari, and we got Super Pong. Atari 2600, and there is a Odyssey. Is that the Odyssey? Yeah, that's the Odyssey. And I'm not sure which one that one is. I have to look. There is nothing telling me.
Nope.
It's like either you know it or you don't at this point, right?
There's an
Pretty much.
Intellivision, which is good. I want to say that is the what is that one?
I'm about to say, what do you see is the oldest console you see on there?
Might just be the Odyssey, right?
Probably the Odyssey, yes.
Or the newest? I should have said the newest one, really.
The NES.
The Super, okay.
Yeah.
The regular Nintendo, not the Super.
No, the NES.
The
It's-
NES, okay.
It stops at 1985, I think, would probably be around that year.
Okay.
1984. So, yeah, it just goes from there up. But Intellivision, probably a ColecoVision in here then, maybe. I can't read some of these systems, the print on these things is small. I'll pass it around the room. You guys can look
Okay.
at it if you want. Thank you
You're welcome.
so much. I appreciate that very much. I do love puzzles. I have at home so far as puzzles are concerned. That's one of them that you just gave me. But I still have my Lego Saturn rocket to put together from the
Oh,
Apollo
yeah.
mission. Yeah. I
Have
still
you seen the Women of NASA one?
I have. That one. Did that one get approved? That they were going to go ahead with that?
It's in production. You can buy
Okay.
it.
Awesome.
It looks amazing.
Should get it better.
But I definitely wanted that. So I've got those. I got that to put together, and yeah, I do enjoy myself some puzzles. I need to make space to put these things
a
together.
puzzle area.
I know. That does give dimensions on it, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. It's right there on the side. Well, thank you so much for this. I will. Steam sale rolls around, and it's like, here you go. There'll be a little something extra in your Steam thing.
Oh, I remember, I haven't been on Steam in like 2 weeks.
Well, the sale doesn't start, and I think the sale starts Friday.
Well, it's not like I'm buying anything. It's
Yeah.
just
Well, you know,
I have to get on there to update the thing.
it never hurts to stock up, man. It never hurts to get to stock up whenever you get it built.
Look, yeah. I mean, I know. Still,
I mean, I understand though that likely by the time you do get it built,
Yeah.
we'll have gone through another sale where it might be cheaper
yeah. I'm gonna have tons of sales by the time I get the thing
for you to
built.
pick up the stuff. So
Yeah. Heck, I think I'm still only at 20. Was it 24?
no.
24. I think it was 24 or 30 games I got on Steam.
On
right now.
Steam? Yeah.
24 to 30.
My optometrist tell me I need to start thinking about bifocals, and I didn't believe him until I started like looking up stuff up close. And I'm
Yeah, I saw what you just did, like, and then look at it, and put it
Yeah.
down. Could you read any of the other names on those things? Because I couldn't. Like, I got Super Pong.
See, my uncle used to have that one.
Yeah, I don't know what that
the
is.
Because I remember those game pads.
Yeah, I don't know which one that one is. The Odyssey, I could easily tell.
Is that the Coleco? I think that might be the Coleco.
It may be
version?
the ColecoVision. I know Intellivision is on there. I saw that. And the Nintendo, obviously, is easy to tell. There's two Atari systems on there. I don't know which one's the 2600 and then which one's...
Yeah,
26
the 26 is
had-
the one in the center.
26
and
had the
that's-
wood grain. On the,
Yeah, that's
wood grain on
the
front.
new one. That the
70
second.
was it 7800? No, 7800 or
72, 78, something
70
like that.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a 2856 and the 70. I'm gonna have to look it up now.
Yeah, that was the first thought. It was like, oh, God, she got me the Mario thing where it's all red.
Yeah, and the,
Basically
and
just
the
one
Intellivision-
color.
Yeah.
7800.
Although this
you
one's
weren't that,
not a lot
Yeah,
nicer.
you weren't that, that mean.
Super Pong. Oh, this is really nice. Really nice.
Yeah, it is very nice. Like I said, when you get that thing finished, frame that, get a picture, whatever, man, it'll be real good to have.
No, yeah, I intend to. And I'm trying to find
I'm still thinking of the oldest Atari game I have is I think still my favorite Atari game is still Yar's Revenge.
Oh yeah.
Playing that one, yeah.
Man, I can't find it now. I really.
Oh yeah,
wanted to find
that
thing.
and River Raid. Yeah, those two.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
There it is. There, I found it.
Yeah, well, thank you as well. I
We've
mean,
lost Matt for the rest of the show.
They got a little section here about the 501st.
Aw.
And like Albin's like first outfit that looks. I mean, now it wouldn't be approved, but I mean, it's so cute to see like old photos of Albin Johnson and yeah. And his GML will be like, no, you need to work on that.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will talk some more games. I did have a little list of things that we could discuss. There's a Street Fighter collection being released.
Yep.
I think you saw that. There's a lot of little quick hits. I really think the only thing that...
I want to talk about Destiny.
Well, no, I don't really want to talk about Destiny, but last week's episode, we complained a lot about what they had done. And then that week, I think it was Monday, it was Sunday or Monday, they issued a statement and fixed part way some of those issues. So the thing we complained about last week is now different from that time. And so I kind of wanted to go over some of those changes that they had done because, yeah, it was crappy business practice and they understood it. But they are falling so far onto themselves with the way they're communicating with the community and the way that they're treating the community. It's not going well for Bungie. We're still playing their game, and you're completely in the right to do so. You may still enjoy their game, but not enjoy exactly the way they're handling their updates and their game and that sort of thing. I kind of fall into that thing where I'm going to sit here and complain about it, but yet at the same time, I'm still playing it. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll be back with more in-game chat after this. It is our Christmas episode, so we have more Christmas music coming up next from Super Mario Odyssey. This is from Shiveria Town. Is the music from this one. It's the Snow Kingdom, apparently is what everybody calls it. We'll be back with more in-game chat after this.
Now, if you want to avoid long lines while holiday shopping, get yourself a whaling harpoon. Take it from me. You walk into a Dollar Tree waving a damn harpoon over your head, I guarantee you crowds will disappear faster than a Krispy Kreme in front of a fat kid. Can't find a harpoon? A trident works too, but not a pitchfork. Well, you just look silly. Happy holidays.
And now Morgan Freeman as your local mall Santa.
Ho, ho, ho. Now tell Santa what you want, young man. Now, wait a minute now. Ooh, damn. Is that your mama? Well, come on over here, darling. Well, Santa's got 2 laps. Well, what would you like for Christmas? I'm not talking to you, you stupid kid. Matter of fact, you know what? Take this $1 and get yourself an Orange Julius while Santa here finds out if Mommy's been naughty. Wait, what? That's your daddy coming up? Oh, all right, that's it. Get off Santa's lap. On your way, there you go. That's it. On your way, you two. Get out, go on, and give me back my dollar, you little turd.
That's Morgan Freeman as your local mall Santa.
And welcome back to In-Game Chat. This is not from a game. This is some original composition somebody made in the style of Zelda, but wanted it, but made it Christmas themed. And I thought it was really pretty, and so I decided to use it for the show.
This is really pretty. It
Yeah.
makes me miss playing handbells.
Yeah, it's really good.
You played handbells.
I played handbells.
That's awesome. Is there like a certain way to ring it? Like, okay, it's not just pick up and flail around.
No.
No.
Also, the individual bells I was playing were about $800 each.
Ouch.
They go up to about $1,300 or $1,400 per bell.
Yeah.
So you really don't want to just wave them around.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. It's our Christmas episode because we will not be here next week. We will be here the week after that. And we'll be here for a few after that until PAX South. And then after that, it's our big 500th, apparently our big 500th dress-up party that's going to take place on the 20th. So just a few quick hits here. The Street Fighter collection we talked about. Uncharted franchise, in total, it had a 10-year reunion, by the way.
Yeah.
Not a reunion. It had a 10-year anniversary. And that has sold more than 41 million copies in the Uncharted franchise. Found out that game, A Way Out, which is the one that EA showed off that was all co-op throughout the entire thing. Found out
Prison Break.
Yeah. Found out that only one player needs the game. The other player who plays co-op does not have to have the game in order to do the
Interesting.
co-op part of it. So
That's actually. Is it just going to be on consoles, or I wonder if it's going to be on PC as well?
I think it's got multiple
I wonder if
releases.
it'll be like that with the PC too. Hopefully.
Very likely.
Because that would be cool. Because then, you can split split in half.
This came from Rock Paper Shotgun, and they're a PC. They're pretty much a PC
they are
site.
PC
So
site,
yeah. They revealed that two people can play the full game together, even at a distance, with only one copy of the game, thanks to its Friends Pass. The player who owns the full game simply invites a friend to play for free. That friend downloads the free trial, and voila, you play the entire game together. There's also the option of couch co-op, if you want to do that as well. So, but the entire game is co-op. The entire game is actually split screen. So
Nice.
even if you're playing online with somebody else, your screen
It'll
is still
split
split. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, because I think there are things that you have to see on their end, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. But there's probably parts of it where you've got to look at their screen in order to tell them what to do or some way.
I picked up when it was on sale, Keep Talking or No One Explodes.
Right, yeah.
And I think we should all get together and play that sometime.
The
You know,
VR version of
online.
that's really, really good.
I bet.
Yeah, the VR version of that is nice.
Yeah, try that as well. We had it at GT South went one night. Yeah, we had a tournament actually, and Keep Talking, No One Explodes.
Yeah, I remember you talking
Yeah.
about that.
Nintendo Switch in 9 months, sold 10 million, had 10 million sales for the Nintendo Switch. That is massively better than the Wii U. And if they keep doing the output of games that they're doing with this thing, it's only going to get better. The Game Awards viewership tripled this year. They had a 200% increase in viewership this year. But I think Jeff Keighley did say something about it was way too long. We had to trim it back. He wants to trim back the exclusive reveals, and I'm like, no, man, that's your bread and butter. That is almost 100% why people watch.
Yeah.
I would put it in the 95 to 99% range as why people watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, you don't need to cut back on those. Cut back on your redundant categories. Cut back on categories that don't. I'm not saying they don't matter, but best game from China. I don't understand. If you have that, then why don't you have the best game from Canada? The best game from
Korea.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anywhere
Yeah.
else. Why single out just, I don't know. I don't know the reasoning behind that. So
Money.
that's the only thing I can think of, is that every single category probably has some amount of money put into it. So that's like, can we profit from this, or is that enough to make profit from? I really don't know. Let's see. Obsidian has a new RPG being published by Take-Two. Take-Two Interactive has a new label called Private Division. It's going to be more indie-type focused, or at least smaller, non-AAA. So Obsidian has that. They're also going to be doing... they're going to publish the Ancestors game, Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey, which is Patrice Desilets. I think I'm...
From Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I
game.
think I'm butchering his name. The developer from Assassin's Creed, and they're going to publish that game from him on that thing. There's apparently a mission in GTA 5 that unlocks a weapon in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Really? Is
Yes.
this the new GTA 5 expansion?
All the
or whatever?
DLC and expansion and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yes, yeah. And there's a mission in there that gives you a gun from Red Dead
Darn,
Redemption.
I
For
haven't-
Red Dead Redemption 2.
I haven't gotten any of the online.
This is
expansions.
interesting, though. If this is on PC, because GTA 5 is, do we unlock a gun that is going to be playable on...
Maybe attaches to your account.
Maybe. And that way you can bring it over if you go console.
That would be my guess.
That's more than likely the case.
Yeah.
So, Bungie, we had a lot of complaints, and I don't mean to go on the Destiny bandwagon here because I know people get tired of us talking about Destiny, but,
But here we go.
well, it's not really about the game so much as it is about what the company's been doing.
Yeah.
And we sort of got into that a minute ago about how they're not really communicating with their community very well. The decisions that they're making have been completely absurd. And we talked about this last week. I had a problem with the fact that they had locked out a lot of base content, vanilla content, into for people who did not buy the DLC.
So you're up against a paywall.
A massive paywall to just play the game that you already purchased. Now, for PS4 players, they had from September until the DLC released in December. December. They had from when the game released in September to December to enjoy all the content that was there. PC players had just a little over a month to
Right.
enjoy that before it
Right.
got locked out.
Yeah, because everything was delayed for the PC side. Yeah.
Yeah. And so there was a lot of complaints. There was a lot of people really upset. I was upset about it, not because I was missing any content. I have what I need. But
Yeah.
I just thought, well, we've got 2 players in our group on PC who have not bought the DLC.
Right.
Yeah.
They weren't even buying the game. They sort of got that as a gift because Amazon had a massive sale on the thing for like $25.
Yep.
And so they couldn't come with us on some of the base gameplay things once this DLC released, and it was ridiculous. Anyway, Bungie released a statement, I want to say on Monday. It may have been Sunday that they released the statement, but it was after our show, saying that, yeah, we realize we're in the wrong on that, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this back. We're going to do this. Unlocked a whole bunch of stuff, or basically put everything back the way it was.
Right.
Which is fine, which is the way it should have been, and they never should have changed it. So they put out this statement, and they say, yeah, we were wrong to do that, and we apologize, and this sort of thing. And then the next day on their update in the game, they lock one of their weekly content things behind a paywall. And I don't understand that. I almost thought they were going to lock Xur behind a paywall too, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Going to put him on Mercury, but they didn't do that. Still, it's just... It is ridiculous that they did. I mean, there was another thing, and plus they put what's called the Flashpoint, which is basically it's a planetary event. You go to one of the planets, you do a bunch of stuff, and once you do a percentage of that stuff, boom, you get some great stuff.
Keyword bunch of stuff. The problem was there wasn't a bunch of things to do on that planet.
I know. The planet that they put it behind was the DLC planet. It's Mercury, and maybe, for those of you not game-related things, Mercury's a small planet, and so it is in the game. And there's not a lot to do on that planet.
Yeah. See, the typical format was basically on a Flashpoint, you do the public events mostly, and you have.
If you knock them, if you make them heroic, which is
make them
the
heroic, which
step
is
up, you do about 5 and you're done.
5 to 6 of them, you're done. Yeah, but it varies. There's various ones all over the place, and they pop up every minute or so.
You can just jump around and get to it.
The problem with
Especially
Mercury,
like on Earth in the EDZ, there's always something.
yeah,
going on.
every planet is something like that. But the problem with Mercury is you have only one public event, and when you do that public event, you're probably going to have to wait a good 10 minutes,
It feels
10,
like
15 minutes for the next one to pop up. So in the meanwhile, while you're there, just go around. They tell you to just go around and take out these high-leveled Vex or high-leveled Cabal members and just play around with that until the next public event pops up, which is the exact same public event you did 10 to 15 minutes ago. So it got really tedious really quick
I
doing
think they're
that.
trying to encourage people to do like one a day, but that's just not how people are playing.
No, it's not
There,
happening.
there is a lot of discussion that they had tuned this towards more casual players, and that's actually coming around to bite them in the butt because now their hardcore people are missing out or complaining about the fact that I have no reason to play your game anymore, and I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
Whereas if you are doing a casual thing, maybe you are doing one a day or
Yeah.
progressing through one a day or something like that. So,
Like I said at the beginning of the show about forcing myself to play through the Crucible because it was the only thing that was getting me, helping me get 2 powerful Ingrams for my characters every week.
yeah.
But Mercury, no.
I didn't realize those clan rewards are account specific, not character specific.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the thing, whenever your clan does the Nightfall and
Yeah.
you get a reward, and
It's
whenever
the
your
one-
clan
yeah,
does the
one
Crucible
time.
and you get a
Gets-
reward,
one time.
It's a one character thing.
Yeah, so all the stuff that you're doing on the PC side, I'm getting for
I know,
PlayStation
but
side. Yeah,
no.
that's-
What I
that's
meant
one time.
was I was on my hunter and I picked up those items.
Yeah.
And then I jumped into my warlock and went there
Yeah,
and
it's
I was
not
like, oh, they're gone. Okay.
Yeah, you already got it already.
See, I'm wondering also if they're treating the powerful Ingrams that way because when I did them the first time,
Treating powerful Ingrams like what?
like as its account based instead of character. Really? Because like for some reason my powerful Ingrams are popping up the same power level as the world drops. You know?
You might have hit a rut or something. I'm not sure how. No, you shouldn't. Not the powerful. Not when you do those missions that are up on your milestones.
Yeah, when I did the milestones on my primary hunter,
Yeah.
it boosted me up.
Right.
And I swapped to my secondary hunter, and I'm redoing the milestones.
Right.
But they're not boosting me up.
I mean, you do run into a lull. It depends on how. It depends on how you work your gear, and there is a fun puzzle aspect to that. To be like, if I infuse this into this, it's going to knock that up. But it's an exotic, so I can only wear this on this one. And so you have to kind of sort out how you want your armor done and how you want your weapons done to get the max out of it before you move on to that next milestone reward, because that scales with you as you do it. So I don't know. I'd have to look at and see what how you're running.
Yeah, a lot of
that to
Ingrams
see
I
what's
pick
going
up.
on.
A lot of Ingrams I pick up. That's on multiple characters. It always gets in the same range. Right at this point, it's like 309 to 312 range. on the
Motel's
powerful ones.
asking when are people normally on Destiny 2. I seem to miss it. Man, I still haven't gotten your friend request on Battle.net or whatever.
I think it's because he's on the European server.
But I thought we had a way to fix that. I thought James
If
had a
he's
way
done
for
it.
him to fix that.
if he's done the
And I
fix.
thought he had done it, and I
don't
still
know.
didn't have him, so I'm not sure. Oh, look at Drunk Degenerates. I think multiple characters of the same class are getting stunted on purpose. That's very likely.
that,
I mean,
because that's I think what's happening.
everything else that Bungie has done secretly to say, "Oh, we didn't. That's not the way we wanted it to work out." Sorry, I just don't believe it from this company anymore. It's they did lose a lot of trust. I'm still playing their game though. I don't think I'll get into it until reset on Tuesday. I would like to put in more time with Assassin's Creed Origins.
That's
Yeah, I still
a
got
lot of fun.
I still got stuff to do with. I got one character, my main character. I've done everything I can. Well, not everything, but most of what I can do with my main. But the alts are the ones I got to work on. So more
think
Crucible
I'm at
hunting and
325.
world traveling.
I haven't even hit broken 300 with my primary, so I've got plenty of game to do.
You know,
you got time. You can do some stuff. Yeah.
she said she'd probably be described as a filthy casual. So
And then do it all over again on PC.
Yeah. In fact,
Yeah, that's even less likely than me getting a PS4.
Yeah.
But
do you have a PC that could run Destiny?
God, no.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I have a $200 Toshiba laptop.
Oh, okay.
Barely run, Chrome.
I can run Valiant Hearts. That's about it.
I got it. Well, that's gonna see my Steam gifts, man. I don't want to get you something that you can't play.
yeah.
Yeah, no, the PC build was something I was working on that went the way of PAX South when the massive home repair came crashing down.
Well, we are not going to. It's getting close to the end of the episode here. We're not going to have an episode for next week. Just to remind you, I think we've covered all of our topics here that I had lined up. It kind of slows down towards the end of the year, and I mean, we're not going to do any kind of like our games of the year. We might do that. We might pick between us saying what was your most favorite game. I don't feel like doing a top 5 out of all of us, but what was your most favorite game of the year type thing that you played this past year. We might do something like that when we come back, which will be
have to think about it.
It'll be the eve of New Year's Eve, I think, is when we come back. So, Sarah, as always, you are welcome here anytime.
Thank you.
You sent me a text asking if you show up, and I was like, "You just tell me you're coming. You don't have to send a text saying, 'Hey, can I come?' Just say, 'Hey, I'll be there tomorrow.' And I'll be like, 'Okay, I'll set up for 4 people then.'" Yeah. So. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks for the gifts.
You're welcome.
I do appreciate that. And you wrapped them
We all
too,
do.
man.
I did.
Professionally.
Exactly.
Professional, pro level rapping.
I do actually get paid to wrap books.
I cannot rap at all. I can't do it.
I'm happy to
I'm
wrap
too
your
white to
Christmas
wrap.
presents for you.
I do the
Be
bags
nice.
thing, man. Hey, where's your bag and tissue
I
paper?
wrap.
All right.
I wrap gifts like I did fish at the fish market. That's how I wrap it up. That's
you know what they
that's where
say.
this came from.
It's tricky to wrap around. Oh, anyway.
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm good.
No, don't let him go.
It's part of your
Please-
charm.
It was
please don't.
no. It's really. It's no. It's really bad. There's no charm in that.
But you're used to it by now.
There's no charm at all.
Yay.
We
Plus,
play-
he got a thorn.
hey, we could play SSX. That song is in there all over the place. We
Where
can
does it
bring that in here.
The barrel, or not the barrel, the chamber.
Chamber.
Okay, I wasn't sure how. I guess that's what it looks like. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've used thorn.
If you could possibly get a holster or something made for that, or something
Yeah.
that could
That's a
fit that.
giant.
Hey, and he needs the holster for it. If you can make that, put that part of a costume or whatever you can do with that.
Well, what he really should do is embed a magnet in it and stick it to his back, since that's how you carry all your guns in
I know,
Destiny.
yeah. That or buy like a sword stand,
Oh,
you
that's
know,
right.
like a display that you
Yeah.
can just
Yeah.
sit that on,
Yeah.
or build something that you could do that.
I'm
'cause-
sorry, that was Destiny 1. I'm thinking 2 because I use hand cannons a lot, and they're always in a holster on the
Oh,
side
yeah.
somewhere. Yeah. No, except on Warlocks. No, Warlocks they do have something stuck to their back. I think. I don't use
Yeah,
hand
some of
I don't
the
use hand
Warlock
cannons on a Warlock that
costumes
often.
have like extra stuff stuck to your back.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I think I've got a little scroll on the back of my outfit. There's a book on the back of one of them.
Book.
I think it's the Angel Wings one.
Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah.
I know the one you're talking about.
Like
I
a
think there's like actually a book.
like a
on
spell
your
book or
back.
something on
Yeah.
the back. Yeah, okay.
All right, well, we got to run, and I always try to make this this last song always play in full because I enjoy it so very much. So thanks, everybody, for joining us in the chat room. Thanks, everybody, for listening on the stream and on the radio. Thanks, everybody who grabs us each week from iTunes and however you get our show for later use. We appreciate it. Go to ingamechat.net. Join us on Twitter, Facebook, our forums at colonyofgamers.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're on Steam, we've got that. If you're on Discord, we got that. If you're on PS4, we got that. If you're on Xbox One, we got that. We're all over the place, and you can find it everything you need at ingamechat.net. And you can play games with us and other listeners. Thanks, everybody. Merry Christmas. Have a good one, and we will see you the weekend after Christmas. Here is, this is called Mario Sleigh Ride. It is by the 1UPs. It's an OC remix version, so see you in 2 weeks.